Hey, welcome back, and I am on location in the mountains of North Carolina. Today I'm here on our fall student retreat that we do every year, and this has a lot of significance for me, and I'm going to talk about that in another video. But it got me thinking, what do you do when you're starting out in ministry? When you're starting out with church planting, or if you're trying to revitalize a church and you're just getting everything restarted and just kind of just looking at your ministry overall, all your ministries within the church. What do you do? How do you get started? What if you don't have the resources that you need, the people that you need? So we're going to talk about that today, and I'm going to just share with you a little bit of my story of what I did and what I have seen work effectively and biblically. And so I'm hoping that you stay with me, check out my story, and I'll also link why this place and this time, this particular retreat is so significant to me. So stay tuned for that. So you're trying to get a ministry started. Maybe it's a youth ministry. Since we're here at a student retreat, I'll just share a little bit of my story. And so whatever it is that you're trying to start in church plant, revitalization, whatever you're trying to work on in ministry, the first thing you got to do is know your goal. So again, is it going to be a student ministry or some other ministry? And I've got one principle that will work across the board, that will work as you look at your ministry overall, as you look at your church overall. And that is just one thing. And that one thing is to look into your community. What are the needs? What is missing? And so that's what I did. And so one of the significant things I did was I saw a need for a student ministry. And we had a small community. We had one school in the area, and I just got connected with that school. Started at FCA, did a lot with athletics, even became an assistant coach to be able to reach these students. And so that was very significant for me, a way that I was able to just really get into the community. And so I would just suggest that you do the same thing. What is it that you can do to get involved in your community to get that ministry started? And for us, that was very effective. We were able to reach a lot of students, but they all didn't come to our church, and that was okay. That was okay. But I was able to share the gospel with them. I was able to get them connected to other churches, and we did have some come to our church. And there are still students that I have great communication with and just a relationship with, and they stay in touch with me. And I just hope that I've made an impact in their lives. I know that those students have made an impact in my life. And so, hey, I know it's not like some big significant principle, but it is. And that is what I suggest that you do, is just look around you where you are and start where you are. Start in your community and make an impact in that way. You're going to find what is needed when you look around. And you're going to see the ways that you can do that. And for me, like I said, I was able to get involved with sports and into the school and start the FCA. And I had a lot of support to be able to do that when I started that. It was the Lord just provided. And so the Lord will provide for you too. And so I just highly recommend that. And just whatever you do, whatever that one thing is, once you reach your community and you're getting involved, I say the most significant thing, the next step that you need to do is to plan and have a heart. And so planning is very critical. And that is something that I wish I would have done better. And I did not do the best job with the planning part because I was not really prepared for the impact that I was having. We actually had an event that I was invited to speak to some students, and we had a significant number of students come to Christ. And I just didn't have a good plan for next steps. And so that is something that I would recommend for you to do, is to have a plan from beginning to next steps. And so I really had to do a better job and really started scrambling of how to get these kids connected to their churches, how to get in connection with their parents, and how to keep that relationship with them. Because some of them didn't have churches at all, and their parents were not connected at all to to a church or any ministry. And so I would recommend, as you get into the community, as you build that ministry, that you have a plan and have a heart. Just love your community, love the people. It doesn't matter if they come to your church, but if they hear the gospel, if they come to Christ, that is huge. But make sure that you have a plan of what you're going to do next. What has to be their next step? Because whatever ministry you're doing, that's going to determine what your plan is going to be. And so I hope that helps. I just wanted to shoot a short video while we're here. And this is just a beautiful place, and just thought I would just bring you into my world and share that story with you. And if you want to go deeper, if you want to share something that maybe I've missed, if you've got some ideas, anything that you would like to add, go ahead and comment below, and reach out to us, and make sure that you subscribe and like this channel and tell others about it. Don't forget to check out my other video that's related to this retreat, of why it's so significant to me. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And remember, you have to start somewhere, so start here and finish well.